Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. Floyd Mayweather is just losing his damn mind. My man, he just needs to chill out. He's so caught up in this money-made image and bullshit. Look, if you got money, cool. If you don't have money, cool. My man, stay off the internet doing dumb shit like this. Because nobody cares, you know what I'm saying? Where is he at? There he is right there. Money made all day. Check him out.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs $18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm going to go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day.
Money made all M and effing day. Yeah, people, look at my watches. Look at my jewelry. Yeah, Floyd, we see you. You have a lot of jewelry. You're balling out, man. But you're crashing out too. Money made. Why you shave off that little piece of hair you had growing on your head? You know what I'm saying? You were a bald head, then you went and got the little hair transplant. Now you're bald again. What's going on over there? You crashing out everywhere. That's how I know you're going crazy. Man shaved off his hair. Anyway, Floyd seemed to be a little bit on edge right now. Is it just me? Let me know. And you know why? Because he created what I call an identity trap. When your brand is money, you're not supposed to be out here going broke. You know what I'm saying? For years, Floyd hasn't just been a fighter, he's been a character, he's been a brand. Money Mayweather, flashing wealth, private jets, cars, gambling, luxury, the jewelry. That brand works because it signals, power, it signals success, and to some people, untouchability. But there are psychological cards. And there's the psychological catch. And depending on how you play them cards, depends what you can catch, right? But when your identity, like Floyd, is built on being rich and being dominant, any public doubt about your finances doesn't just feel like criticism. It feels like a threat to who you are. That's why he did that stupid-ass video. So when the internet says he's going broke, he's being sued, he's got tax problems, his money isn't what he says he is, he got holes in his drawers, that hits deeper than normal criticism. That's why he's crashing out online. Y'all know what cognitive dissonance is? Bragging versus backlash. There's a tension between Floyd and the internet. And people are noticing when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. They're looking at him, they're saying, Floyd publicly celebrates wealth constantly, but then pushes back when people question it. That creates what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Two competing realities. Look how rich I am. Hey, everybody, look at me. But then, why are you talking about my money? Now, from the outside, that looks inconsistent, but from his perspective, it's likely I control the narrative, not you. And the internet is going to internet, but it has an effect. That's why a lot of people lose control. You can't control the internet. The internet is a dark place. But back in early eras, fighters controlled their images through interviews, through press conferences, through networks. And that was it. There was no internet. But now the internet controls the narrative. So you don't have to ever do or say anything. The internet will come out there and just create narratives. And you may not even exist. Look at these AI images and shit people create. And people come out here and create narratives about them, and this shit doesn't even really exist. So it just lets you know the internet's gonna internet. Anyone can speculate, anyone can criticize, anyone can create viral rumors. But for someone like Floyd, who built his empire on control and dominance, the shift is huge. Psychologically, loss of control, which is what's happening here, equals frustration, which is what he's showing. The constant noise, which he's getting tired of, equals mental fatigue. That's why he's crashing out on these videos. Now, I do think there's a bit of money pressure here for Floyd. Whether that's real or it's just a perception, that's what I think, right? Even if Floyd's still extremely wealthy, 300 million, 500 million, doesn't matter. The conversation around money creates pressure because his lifestyle is visible, extremely visible. His reputation is tied to wealth. So rumors around taxes, around lawsuits, business disputes, they don't just sit quietly, they spread fast. Everybody talks about it. And here's the key. In high-profile figures, perception can feel just as real as reality. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that's a key point. Now, as far as him and his ego and defensive reaction, Floyd has always had strong confidence, strong ego, and a competitive sense. That's what made him great. But that same trait can lead to defensive reactions when challenged, and that's why he's doing it. I ain't never seen him crash out like that, cussing and carrying on. You can tell he's getting under his skin. So when people question his money, his decisions, his legacy, he's going to push back. It's going to be that reassertion of status, like what he did. Sure, look at my watches, 40 watches, 50,000, I'll blow it on gambling. Because he's basically doubling down on success, saying y'all don't know what the F y'all talking about. Now, he's got to fight Manny Pacquiao in a real fight. But he has this performance mindset, and it never turns off. I think Floyd is still in fight mode mentally, and he's going to need that going up against Pacquiao. Because in boxing, you respond to threats, you defend your position, you stay sharp. That's Floyd Mayweather. Now, apply that to his lifestyle and the way he lives. One criticism becomes the opponent. The narrative becomes the attack. So what fans are seeing may be a fighter's mindset applied to public perception. And that could be exactly what it is. Now, as far as the Pacquiao fight rumors, that's a pressure multiplier. The mention of Manny Pacquiao adds another layer because the rivalry is legendary, expectations are massive, financial narratives get tied into it. So fans are saying Floyd's doing it because he needs the money. That's why he's fighting. Even if that's speculation, it creates narrative pressure. And Floyd doesn't like that shit. So the loop, bragging, results in criticism. It creates a cycle, man. Floyd shows wealth, the internet questions it, Floyd responds, the internet reacts harder. And then it repeats. Floyd shows the wealth, he brags, the internet's like watching it with the hairy eyeball, questioning it. Floyd responds to him, the internet comes back harder, and then Floyd does it all again. So, what this really is, more than likely, I see it as a mental breakdown. But, instead of a mental breakdown, what we could be seeing is just high-pressure identity defense. Floyd has an identity he created. He can't be out here going broke and letting people think that. You know what I'm saying? And when you combine that with public scrutiny, narrative battles, reputation protection, you get what we just started with Floyd. So, Floyd Mayweather built a brand, and he built a brand on wealth, control, dominance. The internet challenges all three. His wealth, control, dominance. Is he the smart businessman, or is he just a guy who made the money, had other people managing his money? Can he read a Dr. Seuss book? These are all the things people are questioning. So his reactions can look intense because he's defending more than money. He's defending his identity. And I'm telling you right now, when your brand is being untouchable, undefeated in all areas, even rumors can feel like attacks. And that is exactly why Floyd Mayweather reacted the way he did. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why he reacted the way he did. And for those who are sitting here wondering, okay, Hood, play that video again for me. No problem. I have no problem.
You know what's crazy?
I have no problem doing that.
People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. just know I'm gonna stay in my lane. I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? You know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs $18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm going to go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day.